So Daphne, in your pre-show notes here, you said that you're conservative, correct?
Yes.
And you are traditional?
I'd consider that I have a traditional mindset, I think, yes.
Okay, you do OnlyFans, correct?
Yes, I do.
What kind of content do you do on OnlyFans?
I do solo content.
Have you done any boy-girl content?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I suppose that helps your case a little bit, but okay, you have a couple things here. Wait, hold on. Oh, you said you consider yourself extremely traditional.
I mean, I think I would, yes. I think all the things that I believe in, that my values are pretty traditional. I know that I do OnlyFans, and that is not traditional, but I feel like that's the one thing that I do that is bad.
What do you think is like the essence of a traditional conservative woman?
Well, I'm from the South, so I grew up in a traditional family.
Mm-hmm.
Manners, I think I know my role as a woman, a traditional role as a woman, and I have expectations for a man to have a traditional role as a man in a relationship.
So cooking, cleaning, being rather feminine in your temperament, you'd say?
I would say I'm very feminine. I try and control, know, that, and very submissive.
However, do you think that being on OnlyFans and dressing as a cat and woofing for people is an automatic disqualifier? I mean, do you think that is something that makes you automatically not conservative anymore?
I think it's definitely weird. I think it is not traditional, but I'm not perfect, and I don't think anyone is perfect. And
do you think it's a rather sort of, it's a rather dominant aspect of who you are?
Hunter donated $100. You can be traditional and not be perfect. I am a child of Christ or a Christian. I am not perfect. That doesn't exclude me from being Christian. They aren't mutually exclusive by any means.
I mean, if the book says don't do X and you do X,
I mean, yeah, you can be forgiven and people can repent and everything, but it just kind of depends if you continue to do it.
Yeah,
even though you know that it's not, even though you know that it's wrong.
Yeah, that is pretty tricky.
Wait, Nick, can you pull up her Instagram for me, please? Oh, he has it ready. Go to the Reels. Just switch over to the Reels.
They're pretty weird.
Scroll down. Okay. Scroll up a bit. Yeah, it's a little... go to her tagged, too. Go over to her tag. Pull it back up when you're at her tagged. Traditional, by the way. Okay, scroll down. That's you making out with women. That's you making out with multiple women.
Yes.
This is not exactly the epitome of traditional, but you claim to be extremely traditional. How do you reconcile having the photos you've taken, the videos you've taken, doing OnlyFans, producing pornographic content, making out with women? How do you reconcile being extremely traditional?
I wouldn't necessarily make an excuse for it. Obviously, that is not traditional at all. I wouldn't consider it a mistake, but I would consider it something that I have learned to not do. I was kind of confused at the time, and I was having fun. I know it sounds like a BS excuse, but I think with trial and error and, the best lessons are always learned the hard way. And I think that I'm growing as a person every day. I pray, I try and get closer to the Lord. And I think that, yes, I have made mistakes in the past.
She's
yes,
pandering.
I'm not pandering. I'm trying to answer your question to the best of my ability. So I apologize if...
But you say you're trying to do better, right? But I mean, I still see those... So one component of traditionalism is modesty. But I mean, you're not... No, go up, Nick. I mean, those Reels, I mean, it's like you have a photo with your legs up in the... I don't even think... Can we even... We should show it. We showed it earlier. Like... there's a photo. It's like looking right down Main Street.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Like, it doesn't compute.
I understand that.
And they're still up online.
Yeah, true.
Apollo Shinoda donated $100. Question for the of panel members. Would you retain a sugar daddy who told you he was anti-American and was a financial supporter of groups that actually want to destroy your profession?
Who's anti-American, was a financial support of groups that actually want to destroy... What?
I don't want a sugar daddy.
Would you retain a sugar
No.
daddy? I mean, what about you?
If I want a
She's the
sugar
only
daddy,
other OF girl, so...
like,
Who's anti-American. You might actually
yeah,
like that. Oh, are you anti-American?
that's really broad. Like, I don't know what you mean
Like
by
America. America. Are you
that.
anti-American?
I mean, if I was taking his money, I'd be happy to take anybody's money.
But are you anti-American?
Potentially, I could be. I don't know.
We need to.
I'm
can
filling
we
it out.
deport her? We're gonna deport you to
We're gonna raft to
Venezuela.
Cuba.
Is Venezuela communist or is it socialist? I don't
It's
know.
socialist,
I
yeah.
don't know. Okay, good times. So, okay, how do you reconcile your claims of being extremely traditional, and then you said something about Jesus Christ too. It's not that you're just traditional; you're also Christian.
I believe in Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus. Not necessarily a religion.
Okay. Hold on.
What does that mean?
Wait, hold on. What?
I mean, I believe
Actually,
in...
so you're an atheist for
No.
Jesus? Is that a
No.
thing? I think that's a thing.
No, I am not an atheist.
Who is John Galt donated $100.
Going back to your robust traditionalism, you know what I mean? Like, I pulled up the photos. Okay. Big part of being traditional is modesty, right? So you're dressing provocatively, wearing little clothing. You've got your ass out on Instagram, the internet. You're doing porn.
Yep.
It's not traditional. Also on your Twitter, which I can't pull up, you're talking about coming and squirt earmuffs.
We can hear it. It doesn't mean
Earmuffs,
anything. It doesn't
guys.
mean
Gosh. There's multiple videos of you licking and or filleting a dildo.
What?
Nothing about that is traditional.
That is true. Yeah.
And these are recent posts. They're not like from 2 years ago. Go look at her Twitter if you don't believe me.
Yeah, I mean, I get that that's not traditional.
It's
wish...
like a smack in the face to traditionalism.
It's a total affront to
It's like a
traditionalism.
buffet.
Yeah.
You want the buffet of traditionalism.
I think that I know that it's wrong. I think my views on it, I have traditional opinions. I know that what I'm doing is wrong and not traditional, but I know that it's wrong and I still do it. I'm not sure exactly why, but I do know that it is not right and it is wrong. But I think that the way that I try and live my life, and especially in dating, I think that I try and be as traditional as I can. I mean, it's what I'm used to.
Okay, but you're talking about like your behavior in dating is traditional.
I would think so.
But like, okay, I think one thing like a traditional man would want in a traditional woman is there not being photos of her sucking on dildos on Twitter. You know?
I mean,
Am I
yeah.
wrong here?
No, you're not wrong at all. No, you're not wrong. I know that because of what I've done, I might not find that exact traditional man that I'm looking for, and that's not what I'm expecting.
But just don't claim the traditional. Just say you're a modern woman.
I'm
Don't-
not
you
a
can't-
modern woman.
You're a modern woman.
That's what you are.
You're a modern woman. Look, I'm not. That's fine. Don't steal. Don't co-opt
Apolshinoda
tradition.
donated $100. Props to Daphne, it's correctly spelled Daphne BTW, for her Trump vote, as well
Oh,
as
thanks,
the others
Apollo.
who were at minimum
Thank you.
voting against ATO candidates. But Daphne, Jesus, isn't liking what you're doing.
I know. And I'm sorry,
Tell you what.
Lord.
I will allow you to
a troll.
claim your traditional title if on the show right now you take your phone and you delete your OnlyFans and you scrub your Twitter of your degenerate dildo sucking. Sorry guys, I'm putting your earmuffs on. Will
I feel
you
like
do
you're
it?
trolling.
So are you saying that if I delete my OnlyFans, that'll prove to you that I'm a traditional
You
woman?
must, as the arbiter, as the patriarchy, as the representative of the patriarchy, as the arbiter of traditionalism, yes, that's what you got to do. And you got to prove it to me.
I think that the most important thing is proving it to myself. I mean, it's what I believe. You know, I believe that I'm traditional, even though I do have a little craziness to me on the internet.
No, not just a little craziness. My dear, modesty and traditionalism go hand in hand. There's photos and videos of you. I don't know what you do on your OnlyFans, but just what's publicly available on your Twitter. That shit ain't traditional, son. It ain't traditional.
Don't you think that Jesus wants better for you?
Go and sin no more.
Like, don't you want to
wants
improve
better
even
for-
if you think you're never going to get a good guy because of what you've done? Wouldn't you want to improve just for yourself if you know what you're doing is wrong? Like, what's holding you back?
I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship right now. I don't think that that's, you know, I'm not going to change my ways so that I could find a better man. I'm happy right now. You know, I'm the happiest that I've ever been. And
How
I
are you
think
happy if you know what everything you're doing is morally wrong, like your
not
entire
everything,
job?
not everything.
But didn't you say you had a
Maybe-
relationship with Jesus Christ?
I do. I
How
pray
is
to
that
him
not
every
getting
night,
in the
all
way
my
with
needs.
your
Cap.
relationship?
It's
with
cap.
God?
It's
Carol,
cap.
you're trolling.
It's
You're
cap.
not
You
being
have to be
serious.
trolling when you mention cooking and cleaning as being traditional as a woman.
It is
which
traditional. Cooking
but
and
not
cleaning is traditional.
OnlyFans. That's such a strange
I
specification
know that
for
it's
a
not.
traditional
I know
woman.
that is
You can be-
not traditional, but
You can be an actual traditional woman and not cook and clean. But what you're doing is not being a traditional woman. So.
In the grand scale of things, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you have a point. I'm not disagreeing with you. I know that it's not traditional. I'm not trying to argue that.
We'll come back to this. I need to get a couple chats in because they're about to drop off my thing. We